Children from Russia are going to be sent for vacation in North Korea. How is the Camp Sandavan, the local Artek, organized? Korean patriotic anthem, no internet, and a ban on communication with children from North Korea. Welcome everybody to a brand new video, and today I really wanted to talk about the topic of Russian children being sent over on vacation to North Korean summer camps. I did not believe this until I heard it from the last visit of Vladimir Putin to North Korea, when he was saying thank you to the rocket man himself, saying thank you very much for letting our children visit the North Korean summer camps. From what I have read on the internet, it is said that a large number of applicants are expected. A Russian politician, Gurov, has said, "We will now form our delegation. The change of Sandavan is planned at the end of July, from July 24th to August 2nd. We received an invitation only yesterday." He noted that a large number of people are expected to go to the camp. Gurov says that good conditions will be organized in the camp and that it will be an absolute analog of Artek. "We will send them there with senior counselors," Gurov added. So basically, Russian children are going to be sent to North Korean summer camps with Russian counselors, or I don't know the other word. Basically, the people who are going to be looking after those kids when they are in the North Korean summer camps. I mean, what are they thinking? Why would anybody want to go to North Korean summer camps? But it seems like children are definitely going to be sent there, and we will be seeing some news articles about this happening soon, because in around 20 days, there's going to be the first amount of Russian children actually going to those summer camps. At the start of the video, I said that the Sandavan is basically an analog of Artek, and you might be wondering, what is Artek? Artek is an international children's center on the Black Sea in Crimea. It was established in June 16, 1925. Artek was considered a big, huge privilege for the Soviet elite children to go there for summer. So it was basically the elite summer camp for the communist officials to send their kids so that they could enjoy a bit of summer fun. When Putin was visiting North Korea, he definitely enjoyed his visit there. And he really enjoyed how in this most democratic, the most free country in the world, were greeting him and Rocket Man, clapping at them when they were walking around, when they sat down, and just praising them like gods. He probably then realized after the visit that it's actually a great idea to somehow get the humane values from North Korea and bring them into Russia. You might be questioning, well, Ivan, how would he do such a thing? Well, I think he's actually looking into the future a little bit here. It's very hard to change a mind of a person who is 30 years old, 20 years old, but it's actually a bit easier to plant a communistic seed into a child's brain, which means if you send some kids to the most undemocratic country in the world, North Korea, and they start learning the national North Korean anthem, the North Korean communist values, and how everything works there. Once they come back to Russia, it's easier to keep on programming them and raising those kids to believe in communism and to believe how amazing it is, which is actually very, very saddening. This way, they're planting this seed to destroy Russia, to close Russia. This is the whole plan, in my opinion, anyways. At the same time, I have actually noticed that there are people on Russian social networks that are quite angry that their kids would be sent to North Korea. And a lot of them are saying we would have never sent our kids over to North Korea. Why would we send them to a country where they could be imprisoned for taking a poster or taking the wrong photo of Kim Il-sung or Kim Jong-un or whatever, you know? So a lot of people are still thinking about this. They're thinking, how we're going to send them to North Korea. The question I'm having is, how do they not understand that Russia is slowly, step by step, is turning into a bigger North Korea? They're not understanding it. So sending those kids there is basically showing the kids the future of their own country, unfortunately. Now let's learn a little bit about the Sundewon North Korean summer camp in the most free and democratic country in the world, North Korea. The Sundewon camp is located near the port city of Wonsan on the east coast of the DPRK. It has an amusement park, water rides, a beach, a room with video games, and air hockey tables. One of the Russians who visited Sundewon in 2015-2016 as a teenager said that being in the camp was accompanied by severe restrictions on movement and daily propaganda events. As part of the latter, children were forced to sing songs in honor of the Korean leaders and clean their monuments. Sounds very, very fun. I mean, nothing better than cleaning some North Korean monuments and playing on the one destroyed table of air hockey. What could be possibly better? The students were also shown a cartoon whose characters bombed the US White House. Now, you know what I wanted to say about this? Remember when I was telling you that those little kids are going to be reprogrammed into hating the West? This is how it's going to be done. In North Korea, they show videos of how America lost the war and how bad and evil America is and how they should destroy it. So those kids who are going to be coming into those camps are going to be learning and viewing videos, cartoons of how to destroy the United States. I can't believe my country is doing this, and I cannot believe that my country is actually sending kids to North Korea. This all feels like a crazy dream that should have never, ever came to life, but it is what it is, and there's not much we could do about it, but at least get educated on this matter, because a lot of you guys in the comment section below were telling me how the US is not free, how England is not free, how Europe is not free. Guys, your country leaders sent your kids to North Korean summer camps? I really don't think so. So you should really think about this matter once again before you say something like that. A lot of people actually dream of coming into Europe, the US, and countries like that because it is democratic and free. And like I said, our end goal is to go to the US and start a new life because it is the land of possibilities and the land of the free. And before we get along with the video, I would really appreciate if you could hit the like button and subscribe, because 41% of you guys watching this video are still not subscribed. It's completely free and only takes you a second. Thank you very much. According to the Russian, in the camp they were fed the same food, tiny pieces of chicken, almost no other meat, sometimes squid with rice and muffins. At the same time, the North Koreans freely sold rice vodka and cigarettes to school children. Wow, that actually sounds very nice. Nothing better than getting a bit more healthier in a North Korean summer camp by drinking some rice vodka and smoking some North Korean cigarettes. And now if you think you are gonna get cancer from smoking ordinary cigarettes, well, you're gonna get like 20 more times cancerous stuff in a North Korean cigarette. I don't even know what sort of stuff they put inside. Probably plutonium and other nuclear stuff that the Rocket Man loves himself. The last time Russian children visited the camp was before the coronavirus pandemic. After the outbreak of war in Ukraine, the governor of Primorsky Krai, Oleg Kojemaiko repeatedly offered to resume such trips. However, the initiative did not find much support among the citizens of the country. Well, you know what? As much as I realize a lot of people are brainwashed in Russia, they still have that little seed in their head thinking to themselves, maybe it's not the best idea to send our kids over to North Korea because they drink rice vodka and smoke North Korean cigarettes in the most democratic country, the most free and the most humane country in the whole universe. In 2022, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a law on the creation of the All-Russian Movement of Children and Youth, which later became known as the Movement of the First. The association's cell have opened in all schools of the country. The authorities also decided to enroll 500,000 students as members of the organization. In 2023, about 19 billion rubles were allocated from the budget for the new pioneer. And in 2024, already 20.5 billion rubles. I was actually surprised that before COVID, there were Russian children already visiting North Korea. I was really surprised. I kind of thought it all happened now, but it seems like it has happened before. The question I'm having myself is, are the Russian summer camps that bad? Are they horrible? Or are they just way too expensive for the ordinary Russian to send their kids to a summer camp? Because from what I heard from living in Russia, summer camps are usually quite expensive. And when I was a kid, and as you guys know, I actually went to school in Ireland for 11 years, so I did my primary and secondary school there. I didn't get into any Russian summer camps, obviously, but I've heard stories from my friends, and none of them really went to summer camps that were located in Russia. The most stories I've heard about the kids going to any summer camps would be in Bulgaria. A lot of the kids from schools will go to Bulgaria. What happened now? No more Bulgaria, but hey, we got North Korea. Very nice. Although from what I read on the internet, it's actually still quite expensive to actually send your kid to a North Korean summer camp right now, because it's like $2,500. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that is the minimal price. And the thing is, you gotta remember that the usual wage in Russia is around $300. So you kind of had to imagine that it's very, very hard for an ordinary Russian working person to send their children over to a North Korean summer camp. Very, very expensive. Although in the West, it might sound cheap. Obviously, you probably wouldn't want to send your kids to North Korean camps, but I'm just talking about the price-wise, all right? So I'm guessing that not a lot of people are actually going to be spending their money on sending their kids there. But from the visit of the Russian president over to North Korea, we have heard that he was actually thanking Kim Jong-un for taking in kids of the fallen soldiers in the Ukraine-Russia war. So basically what happens is, when there's a family, you got a father who went to fight for money in Ukraine, he dies, and then the government says, you know what, we got good news to you, kid. Your father has died, but that's the bad news. But the good news is that you are going over to a North Korean summer camp. But then I would think, I don't know which is the worst news. But anyways, guys, that is what's going to be happening. So all those children whose fathers have died in the war are being sent over to North Korea, where they're shown cartoons of the White House being bombed. And obviously, as you know, in Russia, everything about this whole war is being blamed on the US and England and Europe. And if you think about this, those kids, when they find out that their fathers are dead, they're probably very angry. And with all the propaganda coming in, they're probably blaming the US. And then they end up in a North Korean summer camp for a little vacation with a bit of rice vodka and North Korean cigarette, and they watch the cartoons of the White House being bombed. They're being programmed. This is made to program children to hate the West from the inside of Russia. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Would you send your kids over to North Korea? Would you go to North Korea yourself? Tell me in the comment section below, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, and make sure to check out my Patreon. I do post some stuff around there and some interesting content, and we could chat around there. Also, Discord and link in the description. Check it out. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you very much for watching this video.